Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, ladies, and welcome everyone to 2021. We're in the next year.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it. We can't believe it.
Nothing's changed.
Nope.
No.
Grims, we're having a hard time hearing you.
Oh,
You're a bit muffled.
Yeah, you're very muffled.
let me see if it might be doing the.
There you go.
It's a
That's
little
better.
better. That's a little better, yeah.
It almost sounds like you're plugged in, but it's not connected. So you're just...
Connected?
Oh,
You
there.
can't hear me any better now?
Yes.
Well, I apologize for that. Technical difficulties. But yes, anywho. Let's round table, I guess. We're going to talk about what's been going on with us over the past few weeks since we've been off. We'll start with Lady Love.
Not much. Just spent, had my winter break, which was interesting. It's nothing like being quarantined over Christmas. But don't worry, we're all healthy now. Other than that, just working and dealing with this whole, with the county and what's going on. Are we going to be virtual or in person, and then virtual, and then maybe in person? So that's kind of just been where I am right now. Taking down the last of the Christmas decorations. We didn't get much up this year, so it'll be easy to get it all down. But that's about it. What about you, Chan?
Just trying to stay mellow, keep my head together. Dealing with family life, Christmas gifts, food, keeping the house clean, not letting the dogs drive us crazy. The good stuff, all the regular old good stuff. It's been a joy. It's been just lovely. How about you, Ams? How are you?
Wow, comprehensive. Well, I've been kind of doing the same. I don't mean to rag on you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
There's no problem with just going through the motions and just doing what you can every day, especially during this time and age. It's perfectly fine. For some reason, I remember, God. So I'm like, I try to stay kind of bubbly, right? I try and stay kind of upbeat and happy. And this was like, it threw me for a loop. It was like, Saturday? And I had like the worst case of depression. I was like, I felt like an emo teenager. I was like, what is happening? I'm 28. Why am I feeling this way? I feel like shit. So I'm just like, okay, great. So it's just like, all right, well, I'll try. Like, I heard certain things on the internet, like drink more water and, eat, good veggies and such, and then try to do something new. And it like slowly got better. And it was so weird. It was like night and day, like from Saturday to Sunday. And I was just like, wow, I feel so much better. What happened? Why? What? This is like right after Christmas too. Like, is this like some part of like
Christmas like funk?
I guess it never got that bad for me before, so I was just like, this is new, great. So, but it's nice though because now that I'm out of it, I feel kind of renewed. Like the creativity has just like come back in like full wave, full storm. So I'm just like, okay, I want to make this, want to make that on the shop and all kinds of good stuff. I'm a little hyped up today because I'm on caffeine. So sorry, I may be a little back and forth morning. So
You're fine.
Thank you.
You're fine. It's all good. I'm getting there with you. I'm right here.
All right, cool. I'm like,
I can't be too hyped up because I do need to get sleep tonight because, gotta wake up in the morning.
Well, I also only had like 5 hours of sleep last night because we had another COVID scare at Max's work. So his boss like called him like early, like, what was it, 8:30 in the morning? And we had gone to bed at like 4. So,
oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just like, oh, this was a wise idea. Great. Had no idea. So he had to like go in on his day off to help his boss while he got tested. Don't worry, he's fine. But it just sucks. So I'm like on my 3rd cup of coffee. I'm just like looking all around and bouncing off the walls. So yeah, it's great.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Anna fighting the cat.
Yeah.
He's insistent that he's just going to be in the shot completely, but not in a good way. He's like, what can I get into up here? He's just so curious. Way too cute.
Well, that's basically what's going on with me. What about you, Miss Mary? Miss Hannah?
Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black. Anyways,
God.
that's been strange songs have been going through my head for like the last 2 weeks.
You
Every
unlocked
time
the memory.
Same.
it's weird. Like we got into a conversation at work today, just joking around, and we ended up singing the ABC song. Why we ended up singing the ABC song, I don't remember, but we ended up singing the ABC song. You know, and then
if you want some weird songs, just let me know, and I can
I can help you.
I taught Sunday school for a little while, like a Sunday school type program for a little while, and then I helped out at Sunday school for quite a few years. I was with these young kids, and songs get stuck in your head. Well, anytime it rains, the only thing that comes to my head is God said to Noah, there's going to be a floody. God said to Noah. And every time it rains, that song's in my head. And I'm like, you have to stop. So, yeah. Let's see. For the last 2 weeks, I have been up to no good.
Great.
I have been... I literally spent both weeks pretty much the whole time at work. So, trying to get ready for inventory. So...
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, got through inventory. That was a clusterfuck. And now I'm trying to finish getting my department back together, but I actually had a 4-day weekend last week.
Woo!
Yay! Finally.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I only had to answer 6 questions via text and phone calls and stuff the entire day that I was off on Thursday. So yeah, it was nice.
That's not bad.
Oh yeah.
Much deserved.
I call that a win.
Mm-hmm.
I would too, yeah, definitely.
So what have you been up to, Miss Grahams?
Work. Lots of work. Lots of work, honestly. This week I had a couple extra days off. So I took them after the new year because, holiday season, you can't take the vacation time. But just mostly been cleaning. Just chilling, not anything kind of crazy. Just wanted to relax because it just was so stressful and such.
Yeah, how busy did it get?
Oh, madness. And you would think, but it was weird because it would be busy on weekends, but not during the week. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy holiday hours are over, so we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, normal style things. But yeah. But I got a lot of cool stuff in, so I want to hijack the conversation for a little bit. I want to share what I have. So I got a lot of really cool pins in. I'm going to start with just a few of I got a lot of them in, but I want to start a few with I think that some of you guys would like. The first one is from Potter Stinks, and Miss Lady Love might like this one. It's the whole sassy Harry Potter.
Yeah. I have been like obsessed with watching like YouTubers like unboxing, like doing the boxing of like the Harry Potter boxes, and I'm like, oh, I want those, but I cannot justify spending like $50-something a month
for like loot crates and things of that nature from them. Well, some of the characters make their own like themed ones.
I was like, I will enjoy watching them do it, and then if there's something I really want, I'll go onto the website and I'll just purchase it, because a lot of those boxes you can purchase some of the stuff on its own.
Well, don't get into the pin stuff because that's where their boxes, they're exclusive to just the thing itself. Yeah. This one is a humungadunga. It's about 4 inches big. You can see in my hand how big it is. But it's a boozette.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just beautiful. I was very nice. This one come in. I just absolutely in love with it. This is from Mama Bot, which is my biggest pin accession and takes most of my money. Another one is someone that I discovered recently who does some Star Wars ones, but they're from Australia, and I do the Patreon. So these are their Patreon pins. I have a Mando with baby Grogu in there in his little thing, and then Ahsoka was another. So of course, 2 of my favorite characters. And then the last one is the best one. It is fitting for what's been going on today. It's this one. I've shown it in the group, but I want to share it in the chat. It's from Kitty Knot, and it's this Trump, you're fired.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the pin. If you want to see it, those came in finally.
Nice.
Love it. So that one, I want to share that one last. I mean, I got a ton more, but these are like my favorites that definitely came in there. So that's the one that came in during the holiday season for me. How about you guys?
Very cool.
Forgot boozette was a thing. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah, there's also a smaller version, but I'm gonna give this one to Mel because the big one was a humunga dunga. Like you can see how big the other
Yeah.
one was.
Yeah.
Oh, big.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's a community pin, so only people who like participate in his live streams and stuff were able to purchase it from it. So it's really like exclusive in that sense. But yeah,
Very cool.
okay. What'd you get there?
Next. I got a lot of cool things. I only brought down one of them, but I got so if he's listening, shout out to Eric Burgess because he got me 3 fantastic gifts for Secret Santa this last year. So thank you so much. They're super amazing. He got me the Bialetti espresso makers, like where you put the coffee in the water in the bottom and it comes at the top. Should be brought down. But that's amazing. It makes super cool coffee, and it's just like such a treat to try and learn the process because it's like so totally different. Like everything goes in the bottom, the water. It has to be cold and filtered because the whole thing's made out of aluminum, so you can't like put tap water in there, otherwise it'll calcify. And then you put your espresso in the middle, and then you put it on a stove top, like on medium heat, and then it like boils up the center, and then your coffee comes up top. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing. Like, I've always wanted it. I was like, it's so cool. And then he got me, I know, yeah, super magical. It's coffee related. I love it. And then there was the bowls that you hold yarn in, and they have little notches on the side. Got one of those. And I also got super fluffy Sherpa line socks. Those are super nice. I also got 3 new games. Oh my god, I can't stay away from my Switch now. I got Dragon Quest Builders 2. I got Age of Calamity from for Hyrule Warriors Zelda, and I also got Kingdom Hearts. Wow, wow, that just like takes me back to 2006. Like, wow. Like I feel so old now. And gift cards and such, and then I had this mug here. I put a video of it in the chat, in our chat, not this one. I want to bring it down and show you guys. If you could just full screen me, so I want to show you. My mom went to what was it, Kohl's, and she's like, I had to get this. So there's a virgin thistle, sausage tree. And I think these plants are called ridiculously rude plants. So they're on the bottom, right there. Then you've got, the shaggy soldier.
Nice.
The what was that, sagbark hickory? Stiff cock. And look at that! Look at that! Look at how it looks. Like really. The nipple wart. There you go. There's a cuckold herb.
Mm-hmm.
A knobweed, willy, and then on the inside,
Gotta finish the coffee first.
Yeah. There you go.
What's
Family Jewels milkweed.
Nice.
I like that.
Very
love it. And like my mom is like more conservative Christian, so I was like really surprised she got that for me. I'm like, wow, really? It's so funny. I saw it and I opened it. I was like, no. No. It was
That's
so
very
great.
fun.
It was a wonderful Christmas. It really was.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Thank you. So I'm done.
I didn't bring anything to the table with me because I mean most of the stuff I have is upstairs waiting to be unpackaged. I guess it's still in boxes, and then other things are in cupboards in the kitchen. I did get a crock pot does everything thing. It's not an air fryer, it's not a crock pot, it's not a pressure cooker. It does all of them. So I now get to experiment with Instapot type cooking, and I can eliminate some cupboard space by getting rid of some of my other small appliances and not need them anymore. So that's kind of nice. I was pretty excited about that. I took my first steps into Instapot pressure cooking life, whatever you want to call it, and I bought a rib roast, prime rib type roast for the holidays, because I didn't want to do I don't really like ham and nobody really eats it, and I was like, I'll just do this, try something different. And I went out on a limb and took that expensive roast and tried it in the Instapot for the first time, kind of pressure cooked it, and did what they recommend you do with that is you reverse sear it. So you don't sear it first and then put it in the oven and slow cook it. You put it in, cook it, and then sear it in the bottom of the pot. And
sounds good.
I said interesting.
Yeah, and it really surprised me the way it turned out, but it was actually pretty amazing. And the recipe I found for a 3-pound rib roast, or prime rib, whichever, you you rub it down with spices and salt and whatever, and then you put it in the pot with liquid in the bottom, of course, because you have to add some sort of liquid. They recommend beef broth and red wine or whatever, but I only use beef broth. And rubbed it down with all the goodies, the rosemaries and the salts and the peppers and all the deliciousness, and put it in there. And they say manually, put it on manual, low pressure, low heat for 5 minutes for a 3-pound roast, and then let it go to keep warm. So after 5 minutes, you just leave it alone. And then once it kicks over to keep warm, you just leave it in for half an hour and it's done.
It's insane how fast it is. It really is.
A 3-pound roast. And I'm like, dude, if this is fucked up, I'm going to be so mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because no, I've never used a pressure cooker before in my life. I mean, ovens, that's my jam. I know how that works. I've made prime ribs and roasts and all kinds of shit in an oven my entire life. But it just really surprised me. And then it's you take the roast out, you take the liquid out, you put a little bit of oil in the bottom of it. And mine actually can be set to sear. And you just set it to sear and you put it in there and you just drop the roast in the bottom and rotate it on each side to get that, crisp on the outside of it, that sear. And it was beautiful. I was seriously impressed. I was like, this is just kind of ridiculous for this short of a period of time. It was cooked thoroughly. It had retained all the juices. There wasn't anything bizarre about it. And all the liquid in the bottom, the broth and the drippings from the meat and everything, I took all of that and I made gravy with it. Probably some of the best gravy I've ever made.
Oh, yummy.
It's amazing. Yeah. I love gravy made from the broth of the meat.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually how I do it, even turkey and everything else. But for some reason, this broth was a little different. It was a little more concentrated. I didn't have to add anything to it, salt and pepper it or anything. It was just full flavor, awesome. It was unreal. And
it's a win-win.
Yeah, and then the other night I made tacos, and I kind of go a little retarded when I make tacos and make 3 different kinds of meat and do all this shit. It's chicken and burger, and then I'll get a beef roast and I'll do fajita meat instead. And because I like that in tacos, I just think it's good.
No, that's good actually. Yeah. Thank you.
And I took a small roast and I put it in the pressure cooker. It was probably a 1.5 pound roast, just a little one. And I put it in there, and I bought this seasoning packet. It's called Frontera, and it's actually fajita flavoring. And I dumped that in there because it's liquid. It's liquid seasoning. And I put that in there, and that's it. And just put that in there for a half an hour, and it fucking fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is crazy. This just speeds up my cooking time so much. I'm like, this is just ridiculous.
The Instapot is my best friend because I forget to take meat out in the morning for dinner that night. and I can just go in the kitchen and go, okay, grab a frozen chicken breast, throw it in there, put my seasonings and everything in, a little bit of liquid, turn it on. 25 minutes later, I've got freaking dinner.
Right.
You know,
right.
and it's
You
like,
can put it in
hell yeah.
frozen?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have to try that then. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I've been finding that out.
Jason and I might be jumping on the Instapot train because
Ooh,
we're
could you
finding
do,
a lot more recipes
Mhm.
that call for like to use an Instapot, and he's like, maybe we should look into getting one.
Gordon and I are thinking about it too because I slowly have started cooking more, and I'm getting like
It's so
one
worth it.
style appliance to start using it more, like a rice cooker. I finally got and start using it more, and I'm like,
Right.
It'll
not a
replace your
blender,
rice
but-
cooker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing with this crockpot brand one that I got. It is also a fucking rice cooker.
Yeah,
like
it's all
it's
this.
a fucking everything. I can
Yeah.
get rid of. I emptied out an entire fucking huge cupboard in my kitchen. I don't even need any of this shit in it.
Mhm.
JD's mom's gonna come pick all the shit up that I took out of the cupboard and give it to some lady who does fundraiser stuff for people who are rehabilitating and all this other shit. So it's super convenient to have something that does everything. You know,
I have two.
Nice.
Different
I
size
have-
ones.
I have an 8-quart and I have a 6-quart, and I want to find a 3-quart.
Why so small?
I have a 6-quart.
Because the 3-quart are great if you're doing just like a side. If you're cooking if you're doing like a side of corn, or if you're doing a side of potatoes, or even to cook just like a small batch of chicken or something like that. It's good, especially like I could take it to work and plug it in and have myself some fresh lunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so that's exciting. So that's super exciting, and we can kind of exchange recipes now, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get on that train. And then
upstairs.
and then a huge surprise. I didn't know he was getting me that for Christmas, for one. And then the other one that was just a complete and total shocker is he got me a KitchenAid standing mixer. And
wow.
I know that sounds like, here's the funny thing.
I
know why you're laughing. I know why you're
They're
laughing.
like the two
Because
best
here's
things
the
you
thing.
ever get.
He was worried I was gonna be mad because he's
Yeah,
like,
I find it as a woman gift.
yeah, who wants appliances for a Christmas gift, right?
But you're a cooker. That's so it's
yeah,
fine because you cook. You love to host. You love to do all those things and stuff. So it makes sense.
Well, I have a hand mixer that I've had for a few years now, and it's got it's in a little case, and it's got like the little silicone beaters in it and shit, so I can use it in glass and it won't break anything. And I can even use it to make gravy and stuff in the pan because it's silicone, whatever. But I got powdered sugar in the fucking vent over the last year.
Oh no!
Well, actually, it was 2 years ago. It was the last TF con we were all at. Whenever I did the cake and all the icing and shit, like the powdered sugar from the icing, it went right in the fucking vent and
To me too.
starts smelling, and it doesn't run as well, and I have to let it cool down all the time, and it's just not and I don't care. I don't need anything super expensive to cook with. It's a fucking Hamilton Beach like $15 blend, hand mixer. I don't give a shit. But I'm not going to lie, I've been eyeballing the KitchenAid deal because you can get all the attachments for it, and I want to start making my own pasta and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I want to get into canning and doing all this stuff. So it just was a nice surprise because it's something I don't have to hunt down and look for myself for things that I want to do, in the kitchen, or whatever. So that was kind of cool. And now I'm looking at all of the KitchenAid attachments. I can make my own sausage,
Yeah.
Awesome.
like some sausage. Anyway, yeah, I just
I hate that so much.
so
The only
I
reason
just-
why I hate it, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Side topic. The only reason why I hate it is because my dad would plague me with it when I was younger. Move on. I just don't like it anymore. Go ahead.
Sausage or making your own sausage?
What?
Making your own sausage?
Making your own sausage or just sausage as a whole?
No, that song.
The song.
The
Oh, song. Okay.
Just the song. Sausage is fine. I do like sausage, but I don't like the song. Go on.
Yeah, stupid movie. Good time though. Yeah, so I got that stuff, and of course I got a bunch of toys. I got some more the DC McFarlane stuff. Fucking Todd, god damn it. It's all really nice stuff, and I'm super happy that I got it, and I can't wait to get it out and display it and unpack it and everything. I've just JD and I've been doing some talking about our collecting and maybe some changes we're gonna make, some moving around of things and moving displays and redisplaying and all this. So I don't want to open anything right now because I want to wait until maybe we make some space or move some things around before we move into that. So, talking about painting things and all this other stuff. So I'm not really I haven't really opened a whole lot of anything, which is sort of disappointing for me when it comes to toys because I usually
You have it out and you're playing with it all the time.
Yeah, I know. And but Elijah did get me the Borderlands 3 new DLC and new season pass stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And of course, all of the toys that I get to play with, but I also get to play with all of JD's toys too. So he got some cool stuff also. So there's just some really fun new additions in the house. I ended up getting him the Zeta Unicron, the new one, the 18.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it's beautiful and amazing, and that was a really fun toy to open and check out and all that stuff. So there's just some fun additions in the house. I'm sure there'll be pictures floating around here soon of all of our toys and all of the new things that I bake and cook and all these other things. So, yeah. What about you, Lady Love? What did you get?
A lot of just small stuff. One of my big gifts that I got this year was I finally got a frame for my diploma.
Oh, yay!
It's been sitting in its cardboard mailer.
That's what mine is still, so I don't blame
6 years. So finally,
Only 6.
So I finally got a frame, and it's actually from the university. And so we just fine.
Do you have it on hand? Can we see it?
No, it's downstairs, and I mean it's a good size frame.
That's
nice.
And
cool.
I mean, yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So once I get find my diploma and put it in, I'll definitely take pictures. Well, I thought I knew where the diploma was, and now I'm like, where did it get moved? Because it was on the bookshelf, flat, and now it's like it wasn't there. So now I have to hunt it down and find it. So that was one of my big gifts. Another one is I got some just new markers and colored pencils, and one of the things I got was this big old box of markers.
Oh, cool!
Very nice.
Ooh, are they felt tip?
Yeah, felt tip and then double tipped.
Nice.
A fat and a skinny. Because all my other ones are starting to dry out to when I'm using them, and it's like you can just see where they're all dry.
I understand that problem.
And then for my Secret Santa, I had Max, and one of the things he got me was my old bobblehead.
Oh yeah, you got it! All right.
Oh, cool.
Bobblehead Groot, Christmas Groot, and then he got me just 3 of those mystery Harry Potter Lego.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And then this was a Harry Potter kind of a Harry Potter Christmas. Some of it was what Jason got me, and some of it was I actually got myself. I got some new Harry Potter Legos, which was really exciting. So I got to put some of those together. And then one of the things, our Walgreens, holy crap, has a huge one of those the huge seasonal display aisles, and they had a big display of Harry Potter stuff. So I kind of went crazy. One of the things I got was this. It's just a little Harry Potter Christmas.
Ooh.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it is the Raven instead of the Eagle for Ravenclaw, which any true Harry Potter fan would know. It's not a Raven; it's an Eagle. But
So why is it called Ravenclaw?
Because of who?
That's her name.
That's her name. That was the founder's name.
Something happened. Some mistranslation. I don't know.
Well, they met a lot of Hidden makers will make both. They'll make
Yeah.
a raven and they'll make an eagle, depending on what person likes what thing.
Yeah, and then I had this. It's just a book. It's one of those like movie prop books where it has the different scenes, and you have different little.
That's fun to have, definitely.
Yeah, I have a lot of different things like this, and then I have that will be for last. I have I've got myself a little. It's a keychain. It's the chocolate frog, and you actually open it. It's kind of hard sometimes to open. It's got a chocolate frog inside of it. So I got that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
And I'm starting to have a thing for snow globes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But my favorite thing that I got.
It's so cute.
I got a Niffler, and it's got its little packet.
Oh,
It's got its little pouch. So I got myself a Niffler, and I was. So yeah, this was my big. This was what I found. I was like, it's a Niffler. I know some people probably
very
like,
cool.
why is that such a? Oh, other than that, just some small stuff. So yeah, but yeah, it was kind of a Harry Potter Christmas, which I'm okay with.
Yay.
And like it was a mix between just normal stuff and geeky stuff.
I nearly forgot about the Secret Santa stuff because my umbrella's been sitting in the corner because I don't go out. I haven't gone out in the rain.
By the way,
I didn't want to go out in the rain because my legs were like, nope,
Mm.
no.
So it'll just sit there and look pretty.
No, I'll take it out. I will. It's just the cold and the rain don't mix well for me. And so as soon as it warms up and I feel like being outside in the rain, I'll take it out.
What about you, Miss Anna?
Well, I got this really cool sweater that I have on. Russ got it for me.
That is really, that looks
I get to
really
sit on the couch. I get to sit on the couch and just freaking cuddle up in my sweater. So Russ I had a discussion with Russ a couple of weeks before Christmas, and I told him, you know what, I want to start drinking smoothies and stuff, but I got to find a way to do smoothies where I'm not, because I can't exactly run a blender first thing in the morning, because I get up at, I'm up at 4:45 in the morning, nobody else is awake. And I'm like, and I'd love to take them to work with me, but they'd be done by the time, I get there and whatnot. So he found me a personal blender that is about this big. I have it upstairs, but it's soaking because it got dirty because I take it every day to work. And it's rechargeable. You plug it in and it recharges, and it is perfect.
I've seen
So
those.
I've been drinking smoothies every day since Christmas.
Nice.
what type of smoothie do you like to make?
I love berries. I love berry, like blackberries and blueberries and stuff like that. I definitely have to have yogurt in them.
That makes it a lot smoother.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
And I use almond milk because regular milk just kind of fucks up my stomach pretty good. So I use almond milk. But yeah, I've had to go to the reduced sugar almond milk though, because the regular vanilla almond milk that I get was a little too sweet with the berries. Because the berries had that sweetness. Because I love sugar, but not that much. I can't have too much sugar. It just didn't taste right. But yeah, I got flaxseed. I've never tried it before, but
That's so good for you.
But me being me, I was like, I went through my encyclopedia of herbs and stuff like that, and I go, oh look, this is good for menopause. Yes, please. And I ordered a bag of it. I was like, yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, yes, please, let's do it.
I should send you, sorry to interrupt you, but I should send you the recipe for, since my parents, they went keto and they bought this keto cookbook, and it has this latte in it called a rocket fuel latte. I actually tried it myself.
Ooh.
It's super delicious. It's got flaxseed in it. I think also hemp seed too.
Oh,
so
cool.
I think I'll take a picture of it and put it in the chat so you can see it. And it's just, it's like super delicious. It's like one of those smoothie drinks too. You use like coffee or tea. It's delicious. So yeah, go on.
Heck yeah. No, that sounds good. Yeah. I will accept any recipes for smoothies anyone wants to send me. And
Look on
I got my
They're all
I got-
over Pinterest.
Yeah, I got myself a present. I got me a Galaxy Active watch, so now I have myself a smartwatch, and I am in love with it. I usually don't take it off until bedtime. So yeah, but that was my Christmas. I had a nice,
Very
quiet
cool.
Christmas, but it was my Christmas.
So I have a question for everyone now that Christmas and we got all our gifts. Within your family, and I'm not talking like your significant other, but is there anyone within like your family that you don't discuss your collecting with, or you don't ask them to get you things for your collection because you know that they may judge you for it? I'm asking because within like with Jason and my parents, they will get me things that I'm interested in, like the Harry Potter stuff. But if I don't go to Jason's family because they look at Harry Potter as for kids. That's not something adults collect.
I can answer this real quick and just
like with Jason and
pass on by.
Transformers, they'll
Yeah.
indulge it, but it's a kid's thing.
Yeah. So I don't really have a close relationship with my family. So when it comes to Christmas gifts, usually my dad gives me a card with like $25 in it, and that's my Christmas for my family.
It's actually
My as far like JD's family tends to go a little more in depth as far as like Christmas gift giving and stuff like that, but they don't really understand his collecting, so they don't, I mean, other than maybe like GameStop gift cards or Target gift cards, they don't really participate in it, so they don't buy him anything like that. And usually it's like a Star Wars t-shirt or something along those lines if they give him anything that is not gift card related. And usually for me, like his mom will shop for me and she'll get me like lotions or something like that. She got me this amazing like vanilla chai lotion, hemp lotion. I should have mentioned that, but like it smells amazing. But it never really it never really has anything to do with toy collecting or anything like that. Like occasionally they'll participate in like the shelf gravy stuff, and they'll get like Hobby Lobby gift cards, or they'll do something along those lines to try to help out. But for the most part, no, there isn't anyone that participates in our collecting other than us and the people we are connected with within the community.
I just asked because I remember we were setting up a video call to do with his family for Christmas, because we did the family Christmas a few days later, and we had to do it over video because of course we could not be with them. And I remember sitting there, Jason was setting it up and working with his brother and brother-in-law, and I'm sitting in the background. I'm wearing a Harry Potter sweatshirt, and I'm putting my Legos together. And they were all like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm putting Legos together." They're like, "Oh, Legos. Oh, Miss Harry Potter." And I was like,
yeah,
why do you have to give me? And I know it's just joking, but
yeah,
to me, it's kind of like
it's because
why do you have to bring it up?
Because there's this stigma about being a grown-up.
Yeah, it's like
I had this conversation with my therapist right before I really got very far into collecting, and it was a discussion about like my PTSD issues and my anxiety problems. And it was, within a year and a half after my accident. And she's like, here's the thing. If you are enjoying yourself, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Who gives a shit what anyone else thinks? She said, there is one thing that human beings tend to forget. And we are the only animals that forget this. And that is how to play. Even lions play with their cubs throughout their entire lives. Mm-hmm. We forget how to play and enjoy ourselves. We tend to think we have to be adults and not have fun. And the only way that adults can have fun is to do adult things. So 90% of the time we get into trouble doing what we think are adult things instead of remembering how to play. And if those people don't know how to play and they want to pick on you and make fun of you for playing, I would just laugh at them if I were you.
I mean, I honestly ignore it. But it's just
Good.
it's one of those things after a while. I've learned
Gets under your skin.
not to talk about my collecting around certain family members because I know
Yeah.
they don't understand.
Now, are these the older family members, or are these like the family
No,
members
these are
that
like our
your
age.
generation one?
These are like this
Your
is my
age?
Jason's brother and brother-in-law because they think of adult gifts as fishing stuff because they're into fishing, or his brother got ammo for his gun, and then they looked at Jason. Jason had a Xbox gift card, Amazon gift card. His mom got him a transformer.
Ooh.
And they were like, "Oh, he's got similar gifts to the kids."
Yeah.
And it was
I've
kind of
caught
like,
on to JD's family has said stuff
and it just
similar.
it
Not
was kind of
exactly,
one of
but
those like,
the vibes are the same.
why does it matter that his gifts are like this and not like this?
Because
There's
that's
something- it's
what
brings
Jan said.
him joy.
They just don't understand that that's what brings him joy in comparison to what brings them joy.
Oh, and I know that, but I'm just always curious, like, have other people just learn not to ask for certain things because they know the response that they'll get?
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing I
mean,
want to get to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I stopped. I actually, when I was like 13 years old, I asked to not receive Christmas presents anymore because people would give me shit that I didn't want, and I didn't want to. I think I talked about it before. I didn't want to pretend that I liked it. And I wouldn't get what I actually want. I would say, if you want to give me something, give me a gift card or something like that. I just kind of gave up at a certain point because I also didn't really know what I liked, and whatever I liked always changed.
Well, and that makes sense as a teenager too.
Yeah.
I mean, as a
Yeah,
teenager,
but see,
And it kind of always stuck around too. Like I don't really ask people to get me those things because the thing is I'm an instant gratification person. If there's something I want, I'm getting it for myself immediately. I'm not going to wait.
I have looked at Jason
Right.
right around like the Christmas time. He'll buy stuff, and I'll be like, "Give it to me, give it to me.
Yeah.
You'll get it at Christmas."
Well,
So
that's why I won't buy anything for myself from like I want to do it from like November through the end of December. 9 times out of 10 it ends up from like Thanksgiving to the end of December.
So, like,
but like
Jason be with this. He's like, "If I don't get it now, I'm never gonna get it." I'm like, "That's fine, get it, and then you can give it to me,
And then I'll hand
and
it to
I'll
you
put
at
it
Christmas.
away, and then I'll get it back at Christmas."
Yeah.
But what he'll do is he'll get it, he'll take it out of the box. He's like, "I'm just checking it to make sure all the parts are there."
Make sure I gotta wiggle it. Make sure it's still a good model. So,
God, that sounds like Max. That sounds like my husband right there. He's like, make sure like this one QC thing is on mine, you know.
Yeah.
But no, one thing I wanted to get to is because like one thing that it was like earlier on, like maybe late teenage life for me, when I was like still dating Max, is one good thing to remind yourself and like to tell those people that are like, "Oh my God, you're an adult, you still like this kid stuff." Who designed it? Who created it? Who's profiting off of it? It's not children. Adults are making these. Adults are making these toys. Adults are making these cartoons.
But the problem is that the marketing is marketed towards
some
some, yeah, not all.
Yeah, not all. But that's the good thing to remind people is like adults are into this.
The other
Like
thing
I'm not the only one. Like,
but the other thing that you need to consider in these situations is the fact that like not everyone is going to agree with what you're doing, and you need to not give a shit.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
You really do. Like you need to like that's one thing I've even from early on in my life, you just really have to stop caring about what anyone else's opinion. And if they want to get you stuff, tell them to just get you gift cards. Like if they start asking, "What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for the holidays? Can you get a list together for family?" Just be like, "Look, just give me gift cards. Just give me Target gift cards."
I go on Amazon and I'll have like 3 different lists. I've got my like normal, list of the stuff that I want that goes to like Jason, that goes to my sister, that goes to a family friend, that goes to my godmother. Those like the people I know that they'll get me like truly like what I want. And then I'll have another list that has just like generic things on it.
Yeah.
Like a certain notebook I may want, or things like that, very like the generic stuff. And that will go to like some other family members, because it's like I know it's a better chance I'll get those than I'll get from this list.
Do you re-gift? I have. I'm not gonna lie. I have. I don't give a shit. I have. I own like scarves and hats and mittens and shit. I've opened boxes and been like, "What the fuck is this?"
I have given away stuff.
I've given away stuff.
I've re-gifted.
But I haven't
re-gifted.
like it's like, hey, does anyone want this? Like,
I'll donate. I have gotten stuff where I look at it and I'm like, and then I go to the donation pile and I'm like, well, someone else will get something out of this.
Yeah.
Like when I first started dating Jason, and I got some things that just it was obviously it was before like his mom knew me and knew what I liked, and I would get the generic gift things. And it was just like, okay, she's trying. Like, I'm like, she doesn't know me yet. She's still trying to figure me out. And some of it would be like, cool. I really do like it. And then other stuff, I'm like, I'm never going to use this. So I would donate it.
So back when I participated in a lot of family-oriented stuff, that would be like a common gift would be like very generic things, like the pack with the scarf and the mittens and the hat and like
the spa pack where you get like
So there had been Christmases in my past where I had received very similar gifts repeatedly within the same 3 days of like visiting family for Christmas, and I would come home and I would have just like all of these things that were identical, just a different color or something, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't want all of this,
Because they don't know what to get you. That's the thing. Some people, they just don't know.
I hate that too. Like, if you don't know what to get me, if you don't know me well enough, then just don't get me anything. I'm not going to be offended. I swear to God, I won't be offended.
Yeah.
But just don't feel like you need to go out of your way to hand me something wrapped because it's a holiday. I'd rather you just didn't do it at all.
Yeah, I dated this guy right out of high school, and we went to his dad and stepmom's house. It was like a few days before Christmas, and you could tell that these were rushed gifts that they had gotten me. Because it was like random things like a keychain that made no sense. It was just a little keychain, and I'm not into angels. And then there was one. It was like a book. I can't remember. It was a popular country. Oh, I Hope You Dance. That you remember that country song?
Okay.
Right. With a CD in it, and I'm like, okay, and just like
they literally went to a grocery store, gas station.
You could tell that they went to like
checkout line.
They went to kind of like a Ross's or a TJ Maxx, somewhere like that, and it was literally like they went to that one display was like things that young women enjoy.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was just like I can't remember everything else it was, but it was just a lot of random like stuff.
Yeah.
So why do you think that's a stigma too, though? Like, so grown-ups aren't supposed to play with toys. There's one, but like, why is there another one where it's like, certain people have a list of people to buy for Christmas, but it's like male, female, and then hash marks. And they just run into a store and they're like, well, this person, I'm going to give them these socks and I'm going to give them like this, candle. And like, do you know what I mean? Like, that they just buy bulk things to then separate male, female, couple, whatever. Why do they even have to give people? Why blow their money? Like,
they're just doing it because they feel either obligated that they have to give a gift, or B, they just want to just give a gift, but they don't know what to get you. Like, I think different people have different aspects of it. Like, they just really think like, oh, I have to have like certain gifts on standby for emergency case. Like, because so-and-so never has a girlfriend and it's time to bring a girlfriend all of a sudden type situation.
That was my grandmother.
And I feel like they have to have like these generic gifts like ready on the go. And then there's people who just want to give gifts and they just kind of get the joy of giving a gift, whether it's good or not. And there's some people that are like that. And I don't know. I just don't like buying shit for people.
And then like his mom
it totally makes sense. It goes with it, but I just don't. I don't like giving gifts. I don't like getting gifts unless it's like it makes sense. Like for example, Jen, your mug thing.
Mhm.
I love
Yeah.
calories. It makes sense in that.
Oh.
So that's a gift that I enjoy. One of my coworkers, well, she's not my coworker anymore. We have a bond over Grogu, and she just buys me Grogu gifts. She got me a Grogu mug, and she bought me Grogu makeup and all this stuff. And it's just like, you've been a bond with someone. And I bought her some Sailor Jupiter stuff, and so we kind of know and have that kind of bond, and that's where it makes more sense. But like, I'm not just going to go off and buy something until I find something that seems to fit.
Right. I'm the same way. And it doesn't matter if it's a holiday or not. Like if I find something and I'm like, I think this person's going to like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm either going to hold on to it until I see them, or I'm going to mail it out to them and let them open it at whatever period of time it is. I don't give a shit if it's like fucking, middle of February. No, see, there's a holiday, but you know what I mean? Like, like not for any specific reason. And like, okay, so maybe that's my thought process. Like, why not just do that? Why waste your money on like little trinket things? Because it's something I found out about my mom. She has blown more money than any one person I've met because she does go to the dollar store and goes, look at this pen with the googly eyes. It's only $2. And then like repeated.
Yeah.
These type of things are constantly a purchase for her. So she ends up having like 1,000 little things that mean nothing, that she doesn't really want, that are collecting dust over in a corner. And I know we all collect toys and shit, but there's a kind of a big difference between like blowing every single solitary penny you have in the aisle at the Dollar General, or saving those pennies up to buy like a figure you want, or pins that you like, or something along those lines. I feel like it's the same way with gifts. Why not save up those dollars and cents that you're blowing on dollar store candles and, woolly socks that are going to get broken down within a month and end up thrown away because you get holes in them, and buy something that somebody's genuinely going to enjoy or like,
Right, like good quality woolly socks that aren't going to fall apart.
I think it comes back down again to just not knowing what that person wants. And it happens. It just happens. There's a disconnect generational wise. I always say that between me and my own grandmother. It's a huge one on that end. I'm sure she would like to buy me certain things. Usually the gifts are, here's a check, go buy something for yourself type situation. But like, if she does buy me something, it is something kind of trinkety or whatnot. The last like major gift that she got me, I don't know if I had talked about it before. She actually bought me lingerie for my wedding.
Oh, wow.
For my wedding, she gave me like, it was just a nightie. But she like handed it to me. It's just like, this is for tomorrow night. And I was like,
God.
No.
That type of stuff. It was cute. Did not fit.
Right.
But it's okay. But the point is I like, they try to think of something that's in that sense. Like I would probably give an example of generational. So my grandma just doesn't give me gifts. But for my mom, she's one that does buy me trinkety things, but she also makes me pillowcases. And she'll make pillowcases of the fan stuff because she used to work at a fabric store. So she would see all the fabric stuff. She's made me Harry Potter stuff. She had made me a Gryffindor one once, and I had to tell her because she just knew Harry Potter. So she recognized the symbol, but I had to be like, Ma, I'm Slytherin. Slytherin. Like, I had to explain it to her.
The opposite.
Oh, okay, green. Okay. And then she went out and found Slytherin fabric, and then she made me a Slytherin pillowcase. And so she's one of those that will do all that type of stuff. Like for Gort, she's made him so many Star Wars ones. She made him a Guardians of the Galaxy one. She's did Ninja Turtle ones. And so she'll find, she supports it in that sense, but she's not going to go find toys. But that's her way of still supporting something that she likes to do, which is making pillowcases. And she knows to go through them because with the pets, in fact, I think there's one of them over here. Let me go grab it real quick.
It was just one of those things. Like I've noticed it. Like every like Christmas and birthday, it's always whenever there's like a holiday for gifts. It's that.
Do you feel nitpicked on? Is that what it is?
Kind of. It's one of those. I've just learned to just be quiet about my interest,
Just
because it doesn't fit with the norm. Their norm, I should say.
Right.
And
I
I
would
think
just
that's
be a
just
sarcastic asshole.
what it's
so.
gonna be, honestly, when it comes down to it.
And,
Like,
and some of it is I don't say anything because I want to. A lot of it is I'm not always a very good person at confrontation. So the way I see it is just if I stay quiet, it won't stir up dust.
Yeah. I mean,
And you know,
so here's an example though. On the other end of the spectrum, most of my family has like alcohol love, like deep, like they're deep in it. Like it is brand and what and this and shot glasses and Budweiser and whatever all over everything, you know, and this is life to them. Yes, I have family from West Virginia. It's
okay,
just
I'm
So do
sorry.
I.
it's just, and I don't, it's not necessarily that exactly, but I'm, you know, exaggerating a little, but it's still that. And that's not thing that I don't drink. I don't support that, you know, as far as like joining in, and neither does JD for that matter. Now his dad does have like a group of friends that he gets together with, and he has an outdoor bar and they all hang out, and it's like that's a thing in his life, and we don't really support that. But JD and I did go out of our way to sit down and discuss like what to get him for Christmas, and JD designed like a sign that says like his dad's name, you know, Darv's Bar, and has like a beer mug on it. And we had a sign printed of the design for him for in his bar.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
really nice.
Under normal circumstances, though, that's not something him and I would really support or get involved with or anything like that. Like even my cousins turning like 21 and things like that, I don't really, you know, I didn't buy them like fresh shot glasses and like, here, go get fucked up, you know, or whatever, because it's not my way of life. So like, there's an example of something that I'm not involved in and I don't support with other people that I know, you know what I mean? Like I'm not buying them like their favorite liquor and putting it in a bag and being like, Merry Christmas or something like that. And I know a lot of people that do that. Like that's a Christmas gift is like their favorite bottle of liquor or, you know, their favorite case of beer or something like that. That's a big gift in my family. Like, here's your favorite vodka. Here's a bottle of Jack, you know, like whatever. So, I mean, and there's like a different perspective there, you know? So like, there's a way of life that I don't support and I don't buy gifts like that for them other than, I mean, I know that JD and I just made that sign, but for most of the time, like he's like, yeah, dad just drinks, you know what I mean? Like, not that that's all he does, but like, that's, you know, that's kind of like the example of another realm of the world that like, you know, we're not involved in, that we don't support, and we don't buy gifts for that. It's just an understood, like, you know, there are certain things that you don't support or they don't support, that you just don't share with each other. And it just seems to work out better that way. You know, like you can still get along with people and not share in the same, you know, whatever.
So I've just learned to I keep my collecting aside with certain family members.
the thing is that you can't bring that up because it's just not going to bring joy to you.
Yeah, because they don't understand. They don't understand the joy of the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I
is
don't find that at all.
Which is it's actually funny because one of someone that I follow on YouTube, the Potter collector, he's a collector of Harry Potter stuff, and he was talking about it was a really old episode I watched because I just found him, so I was watching old episodes, and he was trying to find something that someone said, oh, they're at a Target, so he went to his Target, couldn't find it, so he went to another Target, and he says, he's like, this is the great part of being a collector, is not fun. It's the hunt, that gratification of finally finding it.
Can I just interject with something a little like not even like in that same hunting? Like, hold on, because I wanted to say that I want to tell you, Bethany, there are certain family members I don't even want at my house because I don't want them to see my life or know how I live or be a part of any of this. And not because they wouldn't understand, but because like this is my peaceful place.
Yeah.
Like they don't get to interfere with my
your mind.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
so they don't even know about this, and they don't need to, and they never will, and they'll never come here, and I'll go meet them for lunch somewhere in like 5 years, and they'll never even know anything about my life, and it's probably better that way.
Oh yeah.
Let them buy me a towel, you know?
Yeah. When it comes down to it, sometimes it's just building that relationship or it's changing those things. It's a little harder because this is family, extended family to you. And so, of course, that judgment means a little bit more because it's going to be people you have in your life or friends or distant family or something like that. But you just kind of accept it, I guess is what it is.
Oh, no, and I have. It was one of those things that just kind of hit me. I was like, I wonder if anyone else has ever kind of experienced this, that
honestly,
they kind of keep a part of who they that they identify as, kind of separate with certain people.
Oh yeah, and I know a lot of people
all the time. People have told me, and I think I've talked about it before. 2 different personalities is what I have. Until I know you and meet you and figure out what's going on, I'm definitely quiet. I'm sure I treated all you guys this way. That it just is. I just don't open up. I have to get my feelers out on people, see if I can trust them in that sense. It just is. And then some people you get that bad sense and you just don't show that side of yourself to them. But I've always been the weirdo, been the weird one in my friend group, and the one that does the crazy hair and likes the anime, and some of my friends understood it, and some of my friends are Jesus worshippers that think I'm going to hell. And it just is, and it just was life. I just I think I talked about that. The friend who cried at an event with me and said that she was upset that I will not be in heaven with her. That was cool. But
it's always awkward.
Good. At that age, you don't know what's going on. You just think your friend is psycho, and you're just like, okay, well, can we still talk about NSYNC? So,
I mean, it's the same with like some of his family that don't understand our love of going to conventions.
Yeah.
See, that's actually one thing that's great is that he's got a cousin and his 2 kids. We kind of introduced them to conventions, and then I consider her my niece. We created a monster out of her because now she's like, oh, I've got this convention to go to, this convention, this convention, this convention.
But see, that's the thing. Like everybody's into different stuff, and you figure out who you can communicate with that, you know, about the things that you enjoy, and you figure out who you can't, and you just ride it out.
Oh yeah.
Let it go.
And that's the concept of found family. Like LGBTQ is very big on the found family aspect. And all sections have it too. You're just not really realizing that's what it is. And that's why people bond with friendships.
We have that within the realm, within the collecting. I mean,
that's your found family.
We're a found family. We're the people we can go to and go, look what I found. Isn't this cool?
But see, that's the other thing, and that's what, you know, like groups of people like the realm of collectors that is involved, like toy collecting community is about, is that like-mindedness, and that's what you're looking for in a found family is like-mindedness. You know, as you get older, you realize that's the most important thing you can find, because your own family doesn't normally accept you, and that's kind of part of like reaching out your feelers and finding friends in high school and then later on in life and so on is just like finding those people that you are like-minded with. And that's the best. That's one of the best parts about getting old. Not the saggy tits and like the hair falling out, but like definitely finding people that you get along with.
Being able to playing with their toys.
Yeah. Did you say saggy tits suck? Is that what you said?
What? The saggy tits sucks. Like, goddamn.
I know,
like,
right?
Yeah, the stretch marks.
Like, goddamn, where's the buoyancy, motherfuckers?
I did not enjoy them enough when I was 20.
Right.
Did not enjoy them enough then.
Right.
Also,
and it's like
you're told and you just don't realize.
I found myself doing this thing where I'll stand in the mirror after I get out of the shower and I'm like drying everything off, and I'll like pull my arms up like this. And I'm like, wow, look at him right now. If I walk, like, if I walk around like this, they're gonna look great. But now I have a double chin, so I'm like, how do I?
Okay, so
you had to lift and then dry underneath. And
Yeah,
you're just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you lift and
Goddamn.
wash. You have to like lift and wash under them.
Yeah.
So have
otherwise it gets musty, and you have to make sure.
Am's just like, don't tell me about how it goes later on.
Have you ever-
already doing that? So you know.
have you ever watched? You guys have watched Golden Girls, right?
Oh,
Well, there's an
It's been a while.
episode
I
of
wanna
Golden
rewatch
Girls. There's an episode of Golden Girls where Rue McClanahan's character is standing there, and she goes, she leans her head back, and she's got a mirror up, and she goes, I should start greeting men like this because when I lay back, all my wrinkles go away. And then she goes, and then she leans forward and she goes, oh God!
Good old Blanche. I love Blanche. That's the woman right there.
Speaking of women, I just watched this documentary that they did on Betty White.
Oh wow!
It was kind of cute. It kind of just talked about her life. I didn't really realize like I knew she's been in the biz for a while, but I didn't know she like sung. Like they showed her when she was younger and she was singing, and I didn't know that she had her own like live TV show. Like I just didn't realize back then that that's what they did. I guess I didn't really see much of that, and I was all like, I was very impressed with the stuff that she had done so much. Because now she's just a legend, as you know. Yeah. Was it? She's older than sliced bread. Like sliced bread is the best thing since Betty White.
But like back in the day, like that's what you did. Like if you wanted to be famous, you knew how to do everything. Like you had to sing and dance and tell jokes and
live commercials. Live commercials where she had to talk about the commercial itself. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
right.
Skills. Like it was amazing. I would definitely highly recommend. Just it's a good watch. It's a good feel. Like it's not like too in depth of anything else. I knew she was a really big animal person. She didn't want kids and all that stuff. I didn't know she met her husband through a game show. I didn't know he was a game shows. I didn't know that stuff. So it's kind of interesting to watch.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out.
Didn't you have more show and tell, Grims?
We can.
Oh,
do you want to?
Oh, show the.
Yeah. Let's show the.
Yeah. So my mom just makes like very simple pillowcases and stuff. So it's just kind of like she does like a color that matches the thing. But this one is one of the Guardians of the Galaxy ones.
Oh, nice.
So she just finds, cool print and then matches with it from it. Like it. She just puts a little end on there or whatnot. But she does like various ones.
Oh, I should grab mine. My grandma did the same. She's like cosmic sort of, it's like all purple and it has like moons and stars on it.
That's fun. That's really cool.
Yeah, she'll find the fabric. She'll be like, oh, I think Audrey or Gordon would like this. And then we'll do one of those and she'll make like a pillowcase. So she sends us like a couple times a year. Well, it's something simple that she can make us.
I really do wish my grandmother was still alive, because my grandmother on my mom's side, she would make for all of the girls, for all of the granddaughters, she would make flannel nightgowns every year for Christmas. Every year, flannel nightgowns. And they were the most comfortable, soft, well-fitting nightgowns you've ever had on. And they were always, I'm tall, I've always been tall, and they always were straight down to my ankles. She never got the size wrong.
Like 190 like type thing?
Yep. Okay. One whole long flannel nightgown. Yep.
It's really
Those are just good as a girl.
Yep.
Just to have the flowing air.
Yeah, I would love another find a good flannel nightgown that went all the way down to my ankles.
It reminds me, there's a TikTok, I forgot the creator's name, but he like lost a bet with his wife and he had to wear a nightgown, and then he was like, hang on, I actually like this. This is like super comfortable because if I have to piss in the middle of the night, I just lift up and
the airflow.
Yeah. The airflow is a huge thing.
That's why I steal Jason's shirts when he's like I'll notice like a shirt he hasn't worn for a while, so I'll steal it and I'll sleep in it. And he's like, wait a minute, that's my shirt. I'm like, not anymore. It's one of my sleep shirts now.
Yep. You didn't wear it. You didn't give enough love. It's mine. You know what that means? You can now go buy another one.
There you go. I like sleeping in comfy shirts, like long pants and super big shirts. Like I don't like the pants. Oh, you can't.
I cannot. No, it just for some reason like something around unless if it's even when I take a nap I can't even. I just don't like feeling my legs like being restricted.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that. I think it just depends on the like how cold I am, but I prefer not to have any kind of pants. Like I have a lot of like long T-shirts that are pajamas that way. I think I showed you my Halloween one that I wear every so often. They're just more comfortable for me.
If I get cold, I just put another blanket on the bed.
I just turn on the little heater. I have a little space heater. I go beep, turn that on.
Are we talking about sleeping in pants or no pants?
Well, yeah. Miss Murray here was talking
like
about how she missed her grandmother because she would make flannel nighties for everyone, and then it opened up to freeing down there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I go to bed like I'm hanging out someplace. Like I have sweatpants, pajama pants, and I'll go to Target how I go to bed. I don't even care.
I've done that. Rolled out of bed.
Yeah, I'm too embarrassed of my scars and the way that my legs look that I don't show them at all, even when I'm in bed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that.
Yeah, it's like a psychological thing. Like I don't like skinny pants for that reason because you can see like, the angle my knees sit now and all this kind of stuff. So I'm so embarrassed of my legs and so like very self-conscious about it that 9 times out of 10 nobody sees me without clothes on at all. Like I'm sure poor JD is like, this woman is in clothes until she's in the shower and then out of the shower and then she's back in clothes again. Like I don't no.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, and I've shown this before that, for guys, it's any hole is a goal. So they really probably even look at that, honestly, if they think vagina is in part of the mix for it. So I'm sure no one really cares all that much, but once again, it's you comfortable in your own body. And I'm sure with time, you'll figure, you'll get what.
I heard that.
Yeah. So, I mean, Mr. Russ there is laughing at that. I'm sure he'll probably say something that, yeah, any hole is a goal. It just is. And it wasn't mine to begin with. But, yeah, it just is what it is. Like,
Love it.
I think that's one of the things that I've gotten as I've gotten older. Because I'll walk around with no clothes in the house, and you get a little self-conscious on that. But it's more like, but if someone's trying to look in the house and see me naked, by all means, get your jollies off on it. Like, I guess you're attracted to that. Like, makes me feel better if someone's interested in that. Feel a little proud of it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I think that's just something with age. Like, you want to be desired when you're younger, but then as you're older, you just don't give a fuck. That's how I feel. Like, I don't care. If someone wants to look at my tits, just don't fucking touch me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, go ahead. You can look at them. They're right there.
It's kind of hard to miss them.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I just don't care. Like, I know some people like, I don't like to be ogled and stuff. It's like, as long as they're not touching me, I don't care what they do. If they're going over there, touching themselves at the thought of it, I really just don't don't touch me. I don't care. Do what you do, I'll do me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think about that kind of stuff. I just think about my own comfortability. I don't care about anything else. Everybody else is doing their own thing. Ain't nobody paying any attention to me anyway. I'm gonna do what I'm doing. I'm gonna feel comfortable. I don't give a shit.
I mean, half the time when I'm out somewhere, it's like I want to get in, do what I need to do, and get out so I can go home.
Yes, definitely.
COVID life.
That's just being an introvert.
I was like that before COVID, man.
That's just being an introvert right there. COVID is even worse.
I missed 24-hour things being open because I would like go in at like 4 or 5 in the morning when no one was there and grab what I needed and leave without crowds or lines or anything like that.
Oh yeah, there have been times where like there would be like a line and I'm like, just
I used to grocery shop at Giant, and when they were stocking shelves, there'd be like nobody there. It's like 3 in the morning, and I'm in there pulling shit off shelves, throwing it in a cart, weaving in and out of like all the pallets and shit in the middle of the floors, and just in and out in and out. I hate crowds. I don't like people. My friend Jenny and I have had this conversation. She's like, I have anxiety at the store. She's like, really bad. She's like, sometimes I'll go in and think I can handle it and get halfway through the store and just leave. Cart
Oh wow.
loaded in an aisle. Like she's like,
I've got a little bit better. Like I'll go to Costco, and there are days where I'm in Costco, and I'm just like, I'm going
There's too much.
to kill someone. I literally have to tell myself, murder is bad. Murder is bad.
You're in the line because then everyone's trying to be together.
Yeah.
Like still, you're like, we're all trying to check out at the same time.
I was in there last Saturday, which was one of the mistakes of going, but yeah, we hadn't been in a while, and we definitely needed some things. And I'm like going down the aisle, and some lady, she was looking at a desk, and I guess she thought she was just gonna look at it, but then she's sitting there like looking at it, talking to like her sister or someone, and she left her kid's stroller with the kid in the middle of the freaking aisle. And I'm like, are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you
running your kid over there?
someone to take your
Life?
Goodness.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not in no way, shape, or form in defending this person, but there have been moments where I've been cart, wallet, phone in the cart. Kids are with me, and I'm like, oh, I need to grab this. And I just walk away from the cart and I go get it.
That scares me so much.
And they're standing there looking at me like, Mom, you just left all your shit in the fucking cart. You left your shit. What are you doing? I'm like, it's right there. I'm just grabbing it, and I'm right here.
And it's like she had her back completely turned, was just so in like what she was looking at. Finally, someone was like, excuse me, is this your child? And she was like, oh, I completely forgot. And it's like, how did you forget? Your baby.
But I mean,
it's too bad of you.
Down the bad path. But there's that's how kids get left in cars.
Yeah,
and
that's horrible.
And stuff of that nature. Because I work in a mall during the summer. The mall actually has posts like those images, like they do like images of like advertisements. They actually have one of do not leave your kids and dogs in cars and stuff like that, like trying to warn people don't leave them in there because people do it. They'll just go into the mall and they'll leave their kids in the car or something in the car, and then that's how they die.
You see what Brian's talking about right now? Like that's a big problem I have. Like I go through a grocery store and I go through it. Like I'm in it, I grab it and I'm gone. I'm in, I'm out. Like I don't like wandering around a store for hours and hours at a time trying to figure out what's going on, which is another reason why I walk away from my cart every 30 seconds because I'm like, I need this, and I'm down there and I'm back and I go, you know.
See,
and
when I go to Costco, I have my list, and I take my list and I've got a little clip and I clip it right on the the cart. And I have my pen, and I literally like my Costco. I pretty much can in my mind go down and I know pretty much where everything is.
Oh,
and
wait a minute.
On one end, and I go down with my list, and every time I get something on my list, I cross it off. If it's not on the list and I don't think to grab it, it doesn't come home.
Do all you guys have like wholesale club memberships like Costco or BJ's or something like that? You all do?
Yeah.
Yep.
So do you all have Costco or is it something else?
Costco.
I have BJ's.
Yeah, BJ's. Okay.
Yep.
I'm curious because I'm thinking about doing this because it's been years since I had a wholesale membership, and I remember how awesome it was back in the day. But my dad has a Sam's Club membership, and he got me
That's what my
tied
dad
up.
has.
It started out for businesses so that's why he had it, but he's had it for a very long time, and he had me on his membership at one point, and then I kind of like fizzled out of it, and I just really didn't want to keep paying the dues, and it was fine. But I'm really thinking about doing this again, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to go. Like, should I go back with Sam's with my dad? Should I try BJ's again, or should I try Costco again? Because I have had one of every kind in the past.
I think the best way you could do is if they have like a trial period, do like the trial period, just so you can see. Do you like the layout out of the store? Do you like what they have? So you can get an idea as to which one may fit your needs.
I used to have Sam's Club.
I used to love BJ's because they have a great like deli situation, which most other places don't. Everything's already packed and like you just buy it. Whereas like BJ's had like you could go up to a deli and be like, "Can I have like so many pounds of this lunch meat that you have here?"
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. Or sliced cheese or whatever. And Sam's always had like random shit. It was never the same all the time. It was like every couple of weeks they would change shit out and I would go in there to get the same shit I had been buying for months and months and months and it wasn't there anymore. And I'm like, God damn it. I love BJ's.
Oh,
Me
man.
too. It's fun. Doesn't everybody love a good BJ? Anyway. Did we talk about like any weird gifts or anything? Did anybody want to delve back into that, or are we just completely?
I don't
off
have
the
a
rails?
weird gift, but something that came up with one of the pin makers that I had. They found all these. Last time we were on there, I talked about the sexy pins and stuff like that. This person came across some sexy pins, and I saved one of them to share on the show, which all the boys are gonna just love. Love. There's a whole sexy Kylo Ren pin section.
I love it.
That eggplant is just added extra for some fun on there.
Is that actually
But-
on the pin, or is that
No. That's just someone added the eggplant emoji on there, thinking that was funny
Okay,
to
cool.
add in. The
I
eggplant
would love
emoji.
one with the eggplant.
I think
emoji.
I
But
need it. I think I
that
need
is
it.
just a whole. There's a lot of Raylo pins and stuff of that nature, but this Kylo Ren pin, this one was like, mwah, like that was
I love it.
Ooh.
the icing on the cake of a pin.
You know what I need to find? There's a character from the anime called Seven Deadly Sins,
Mhm.
and it's his name is Bon. I need merch of him because he's like super tall, like skinny but muscular. I don't know why, but I'm just like, I think he might be my husbando. So I'm like,
Yeah, husbando.
so I think I need like merch of him, maybe a Daikimura or something. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe.
I'm sure.
Hint
I
to people.
need that
My favorite-
Kylo Ren pin. Oh,
I remember when The Hobbit came out, someone made a bunch of Hobbit dakimakuras. It was just funny because it was just like, oh my god, why are these characters like being desired right now? These little dwarf characters. Suddenly on dakimakuras. If I ever find that photo, I'll have to share it. But oh my god, like some of the stuff. If you draw and make it, I'm sure you can have it. And
Maybe I should do it myself and
Yes,
just
I say, draw it.
it.
Get it printed. Get a document printed it for you. I mean, if there's all the anime girls that are there, then there's just the whole section that do the boys too.
Mhm.
Probably one of my favorites has been the Deadpool ones. Those ones, of course, Deadpool as a character is always
Those are
been a
so
scene that's-
great. Yeah. Just Wade as a character, as a person, just is great. I love him.
You're not alone. You're not alone with the
Yay,
77.
Brian!
There's
Yay!
an absence of merch for that is travesty.
Ooh, maybe I need to make it. Here's an idea. Ooh. Maybe I need to start making merch. Yes. Should I do that? Should I put more on my plate? Here we go.
Let's see, I'm gonna look at Etsy because some people have to hide this stuff because they get found.
Yeah, that's the major problem with fan art is that if you want to try and sell it, you have to like come up with creative names, or like otherwise they'll just get pulled down. I've had my designs pulled down because of there's like, oh, you violated this IP guideline. I'm like, okay, great, thanks.
Which character is it that you're into? The
Bon.
Bon.
He's the BAN.
Yes, red.
He wears red leather. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's shameful.
Here we go. So I found
like
something. Let me see if I can make myself bigger for this. So
Yes.
here's a sticker.
Oh my god, no.
It's there.
Just change your underwear after the show. It's all good. We understand. We all have those moments.
Here we go. Here's another nice poster.
There you go. That's more up my alley.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He has
Oh, poor Max.
riveted. I'm sorry. He already knows. No, he already knows. So
Oh, is he on your hall pass?
my hall pass.
Yeah,
You don't know how fast.
You don't know what a hall
Did you ever watch Friends?
Yes,
It's like it's a similar thing. It's like a card of 5 celebrities or something like that. That if they ever were interested in you, you're allowed to be with them type situation.
I remember that now. Thank you. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
And there was the movie hall pass, which
that was ridiculous.
stupid.
So yes, actually yes. Well, actually no. Here's the thing, because the reason why I'm more open about it is because he has a waifu, and his waifu is 02 from Darling in the Franxx, the demon girl. Hang on, I'll pull the picture because I know I'm probably just speaking. I'm speaking French to some people, so you know. Hang on.
So I guess we got a Deadpool fan here. I'm positive that if Deadpool showed up at our door, Anna would leave me with the quickness.
Oh god, yeah.
Hang on. If Ryan Reynolds did, what would you do?
Oh god, I would be like, hasta la bye bye, Russ.
Come on.
Nah, I mean, look, I joke around about it, but I wouldn't leave Russ, but I definitely would be like, hey, look, he's on my list.
Hall pass.
Damn straight. Damn straight. Hey, look, if guys can have a hall pass list, so can girls, okay? I see nothing wrong with it.
Exactly.
How about this, Anna? This Dakimakara Deadpool.
Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it.
Funny stuff.
Such a sexy beast he is.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are all up there. All of them. All the ones that I have are up.
Way up.
I just got this one. I had to read it. You can't really necessarily see it, but it's Deadpool there, and he's got like chimichangas and unicorn stuff. And it says, "My other chimichanga is a penis."
Oh jeez.
I love it.
They're up
That
there.
is definitely it.
Oh, let me see. Let me make it bigger.
My Deadpool collection is up there.
Oh, cool.
Wherever my arm is, they're all there. They're up there somewhere. Fucking shelves.
There you go. I found a picture of her.
Pulling me up.
02.
Oh.
She's a very popular. There's glare. Hang on.
Oh, there.
Oh, cool.
Right there. Okay.
She's got pink hair. She's got she's like a demon girl. So she's very, very popular when it comes to like anime trends, and that's Max's waifu. So I'm just like, okay. So if you have a waifu, I have a husband.
Very popular.
You know, that's it. So yeah. I would not be.
It exists. It exists.
What? Wait. What? Share. Come on.
What just happened?
What is it? I want to know.
The Dakimakara. It exists. There you go.
Wow.
Amazon.
It was on.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Send
me the link.
$22, and so it's like $26 after shipping apparently.
Send me the link, please. Thank you.
Right now. Wait, let me copy this. Hold on.
It'll be me, Bond, Max.
Yeah. And the bought frequently together is the pillow itself right there. This is just funny. This reminds me of that on my episode of Force Sensitive. Bobby talked, I guess he's talked about it before, but Bobby talked about how he, I guess when he was a teenager one time, he was like on some pull away bed or roll away bed that he just like needed to get his jollies off and that he fucked 2 pillows. Or something like
Jesus.
he like put pillow and he just had to like just do it and just be done with it. Because we're talking about how much I like Hayden Christensen, and you know, he's like, mwah, when you're like a teenager and all that stuff, because that's what I was like at that age, and hormones are going crazy and you're just fuck anything type situation. So that just makes me think like he would have loved probably like Dakimakara or something like that.
Or that reminds me of the the picture that's going around of the Valentine asshole plushie.
Oh my God, no!
It's a donut.
No.
Come on.
No. I think I saw that. It's like I love you a whole lot.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Looks
It's
like an anus.
Mm.
Yep.
It does.
And the
It's
problem is
awful.
that the whole
It's an actual hole.
Yeah.
That's the bad part.
Yeah.
so it's like
Terrible.
I'm just reminded of Big Mouth. Oh my god. Has anyone seen Big Mouth?
I've seen images of it, but I have not watched it.
Oh my god. There's this kid that fucks pillows. That's really all you need to know. So
I mean,
Oh, jeez.
but the pillows talk. So it's even weirder. So
so when I
Well,
was
is that
probably go ahead. I was just gonna say when I was probably Am's age, I had friends would sit around and we would play like, "Oh, what's the worst thing you ever did?" kind of crap. And this one boy, he admitted that when he masturbated, he humped his mattress. That's how he masturbated.
Oh, wow.
Just the
you would
mattress.
masturbate, but hump it too.
it doesn't
Yeah,
sound
he would
great.
just hump the mattress. That was how he masturbated.
Okay.
I don't
Well, I was gonna
understand
say,
how
I
it
remember
works.
doing my weird obsession or my secret obsession with someone was the guy who had a bunch of pool inflatable pooly things, like like a dolphin and stuff like that. And like he would he on camera sat there and like kissed these things. I was like, are you serious right now? Like I don't know if this is like real. Like just go blow up doll if that's what you're doing.
Wow.
Interesting.
Oh no, I had a horrible thought. Oh, I'm pretty sure someone's already done this too. Gotten creative with pool noodles. Just think about
But
it.
those are like so teeny. That's gotta hurt.
Don't you think that like that isn't it made out of some sort of like foam of some sort? Wouldn't
Yeah.
that scratch you? I would think that'd be scratchy. Like I would not want that.
Or maybe
on my
they would like
butt.
put some sort of like protective plastic maybe on it. I don't
Put a
know.
Yeah, to
condom
sheath
on and
it.
The
fuck
amount
it.
of work
Who
that you
cares?
do,
There's a hole.
just buy a fleshlight. Like
I
the
can't
amount of work that you
remember
have to put into that, it's
if it
not
was
worth
this
it.
show or where, but someone was talking about like how some guy had a teddy bear that he had cut a hole and he would
That's
hump
messed
it.
up. What an
And his-
innocent teddy bear.
And his mom like took it and like donated or something.
No.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I can't remember what it was. I can't remember like
Did you have to like sort of like pose the bear like it was some sort of like
I
metal
can't, I
posable doll?
can't
Was it stiff?
remember like
See,
where
all I
we
can
were
think about is
recording
Grandma's Boy when you say posing. That's like the first thing I thought about, and him standing there at the toilet with the Laura Croft doll, and I'm like, no. Do you remember that? Did you see that shit?
I can't
Laura Croft do
remember
to you?
which show I heard that on, or if it was, oh god! But yeah, as soon as
That
we
is
started talking about that, I was
horrifying.
like, oh, the teddy. I think it was like a teddy
Oh my
bear,
God.
That is horrifying.
and it got like thrown out or something,
Yeah,
or
it
got
is.
donated.
Oh, I know. I'm not a man. I don't know what I would do if I had like that, like raging. Like, what would you do? I mean, seriously, do you
It's
know?
called lotion in tissue.
You're Miss Righty and Miss Lefty. Sometimes you mix it up some days, you know.
Take them both at the same time some days. Who
There you
knows?
go.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
We
anything about
we
it.
didn't have to grow up with it, so we don't know.
No, we don't know.
Yeah.
No, we're all making comments about double clicking mice and all this bullshit. I mean, like,
Grab your shift and double click for
Oh,
porn,
man.
porn.
Yes,
Oh,
the
boy.
internet is for porn. It is for porn.
it's the whole reason why I got an Apple iPhone to begin with.
Here, let me add something on that list for you. Just so
I saw
There you
that.
go.
right there.
There you go.
I'm not as into Kylo as you are.
Yeah, yes, any hole is a goal.
What was the oh no for?
Oh,
What
what
happened?
happened? But you know our thing.
I'm like sitting here trying to think of like actors I would feel that way about, and I can't think of any.
There was
Like the
younger
whole-
Channing Tatum was a hot item, but I'm not too
No.
crazy about him anymore. So
I'm not
I was
a
never
fan.
really into him. I mean, he's a good-looking guy, but he wouldn't be like on the list.
No,
I
absolutely
mean,
not.
We already know one of them for me.
the
Keanu
Chris's
Reeves.
from
Keanu
Marvel.
Reeves.
So
I
Chris
feel like
Evans
that's been a
and-
lifelong crush for you, though, Grims.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like that's
It's
yeah.
always it's been there. As I said, it's been since like Bill and Ted. Like I love that dude like ever since then, and I love all his bad movies. I'd probably say another one would be Sebastian Stan. That is a beautiful man.
Who's that?
Bucky plays Bucky in Marvel.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. For me, it'd be either Chris Hemsworth or Chris Evans. They're both pretty handsome men. So
No, Bucky's way better.
Mm.
That motorcycle scene, bro. Woo! When he grabs it. Ooh,
I have to admit, people with darker skin, not usually my type, but Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. Wow.
There you go.
Wow. I was just like,
I didn't dig all the little things.
yeah, but he got himself cut for that role. I was just like, dude. He
was shirtless for like half the movie.
Like, wow, this is impressive. Like, hang on, wow.
I can't really think of anybody.
Now, see, it's a little unfair because it has to be 5 people. But see, I would have to mix both boys and girls into it.
There you go.
I see, it's a little hard. It takes up extra slots on it. I think Lady Gaga would be one of them for me because I find her so beautiful.
But yeah, wait, if you're bi, would you need like double the slots?
See, I don't know. I don't know if I still only get 5 slots or if I would be able to get 10.
You would think it would only be fair, right?
Yeah, exactly. 5. But it's a less of a pool of population that they get to choose from if they're only getting one section.
I think one of mine would be Scarlett Johansson because I think that scene in Iron Man 2 when she's in the leather and she goes down that hallway and she kicks ass. I was like,
her first appearance when she's out there with the long, really curly hair.
Damn.
Ma'am.
Or what movie?
Like I can't think of it either way that I would want on a hall pass list per se. Like I can't.
Not it's some celebrity that would just come up to you and be like, "Yes, let's have sex right now." You wouldn't be like,
"Ooh."
I'd be like, "Look, man, I don't even fucking know you. All right."
The point is like, well, have you guys ever seen was it Ghost World and Doug? The character Doug, and he goes like, "No, fuck you," and it's like, "No, you got to buy me dinner first." That's what I always think of. Like,
yeah, I mean. Let's get to know each other for a hot minute. Because I'll say like certain actors that I've thought were kind of cute or whatever in the past turned out to be total fucking assholes or shitheads or bitches or something like that. And I'm like, I can't handle not knowing what these people are like in real life, you know? Because like at one point I thought Cameron Diaz was kind of hot. And I hear her talk in real life, like in interviews or whatever. And I'm like, oh, stop. Don't talk, okay? No, your opinions don't even make sense. Like the words you're saying, you can't even form real sentences. Stop talking. Like she's cute, I guess.
Well, when you're fucking, you don't have to talk.
Oh my god! It's because she's taking it. You need the extra.
Yeah,
I do. I do need to have the extra. I need the brain.
That's funny.
I need the brain with the body. I need it all. I need the whole package.
The total package?
Yeah,
I need the total package. I can't just have looks or.
As Jason would say, all I have to do is just turn them around so I don't have to look at their face.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, that's why they say that there's no girls on the internet because all girls on the internet are boys because boys play girls because they want to look at their butts.
Those are so fucking funny to see. Like, have you seen like the Omegle like chat rooms? Like there was one there where it was 2 guys dressed as girls, and they were like, "Hang on, hang on."
Talking to each other.
Kind of sus. You know, it's kind of suspect. Wait a minute.
Those are pretty funny.
I love those. I find it really funny that like men are not funny, but also kind of great that men are openly like cross dressing or just being gender fluid, and it's amazing, and I love it. Like,
because I'm like Harry Styles.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, one of those people.
Like you see this guy, he like just puts a wig on, and he does the voice too, and you're like, oh my god, that's a girl. That's 100% a girl. And then they like go back to their normal voice, and you're like, what? It's impressive. I like it. I honestly do. I think it's amazing.
That's why I think drag queens are amazing.
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
and the fact that some of those drag queens look better as a woman than I do.
Oh my god.
That's the sad thing.
It's kind of like it's not fair, but
Like
it's
you're so beautiful and I'm so ugly.
Oh, come on.
When you look in comparison, it's so like your talents with this makeup make me feel bad about myself as a person.
Some men are like
the
so
things
much
that they
better
can
at
do with
makeup.
a wig. I'm like, I can barely keep my hair under control, and you
Mhm.
can put a wig on and do that.
Mhm.
Right.
It's funny. I was just talking to my one girlfriend who has the most luxurious hair I've ever fucking seen in my life, to be honest. Like, she has the most amazing fucking hair. It's awful. Like, I love her so much, but it's terrible at the same time. Like, I'm almost jealous, but not quite, because it's just like this long, flowing, like golden hair, and it's like well past waist length. And 9 times out of 10, if you see her and she's out, she has it in like, it's from like here down, it's in like these beautiful ring curls, and I'm like, how the fuck do you do this to your hair? Because I don't know, I'm a fucking idiot, you know. Like, I spent most of my childhood climbing trees, not figuring out how to do my hair and makeup.
Mhm.
So I'm
Me
like,
too.
I'm
Happy
42 years
time.
old, and I contact this woman. I'm like, so how do you do your hair? I'm like, how do you make your hair look like that? And she's like, oh, I just have these curlers I buy, and I make them warm, and I put my hair up in it, and then I have these little combs I clip around them, and I leave them in while I get dressed and like do other things. And she's like, and then I take them out, and it stays like that all day. And I'm like, I need to get some of these.
Mhm.
Send me in the right direction. So
My hair's one of those, like, I'll do it and it'll look good, and then it'll go poof.
Mhm.
But the thing is, my hair looks usually the best is on like the night I decide I'm gonna wash my hair,
Mhm.
and it's got like the nice rings and the nice curls. I'm like, why is it when my hair is like at the oiliest at the scalp, it looks the best?
Because that's
But I have
the
to
natural
wash.
oils that are keeping
I
your
have
hair
to
together.
wash.
That's why.
But I need to wash my hair because my scalp is starting to like
Yeah.
irritate me from
Yeah.
all the oil.
Especially, you probably just need to, when you're doing your hair, you need to probably have an oil base, something that you're putting in there.
Yeah, I do.
So your hair needs oil to be sticking to. Because that's what with me. Anything that I'm doing, I can't just use like a mousse or spray or something like that. I actually have to use oil like style product in there to be able to keep it together.
Oh, the drawer I have of hair stuff is kind of sad. Just how much stuff.
But it's finding the right one that makes it stay that way.
Well, but see, I have some that are for certain like things. Like I have one that's for like frizz control, and that's just to help keep the frizz down. And then I've got like some oils. Then I've got stuff that I use in the summertime, and stuff that I have for like winter.
Mhm.
see, I don't have this. I've
only been doing it because I've learned over the year. Otherwise, my hair's up in a ponytail, and especially right now, since I'm not going anywhere, I don't see anybody. I just throw it up in a ponytail.
That's my secret when I don't want to take a shower and I want to be lazy. I just put it up in a ponytail and no one knows my hair is horrible. So
And see, I can't do dry shampoo. Like I've tried dry shampoo. I can't do it. It causes me. My head just itches, and I just sit there, and I'm just like.
I don't think it really works. It
I'll
doesn't
just go
for me
longer
anyway.
without washing the hair and just let the oils like sit in it. That's what I do.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't. I have more lotion than I do hair care products.
I have a lot of lotions too.
No, wait. I have more hair care products now than I do lotion. Never mind. Because I have, well, if you count shampoo and conditioner, and I just have one lotion. So.
I mean, I have a bunch of that kind of stuff when it comes like to aftercare, you know, like I have like a leave-in conditioner and stuff that's called beach waves that I never fucking put in my hair, that just sits there, and that's it. Other than that, it's all shampoos and conditioners and lotion. I have so much lotion, it's retarded.
Gotcha.
I like it. I like lotion.
Anywho, we're at the end of the evening.
Yeah.
So it's time to do wrap-ups. We'll go through the list. We'll start with Shelf Gravy.
Shelf Gravy everywhere. Check us out. Join in the fun every other Wednesday night. This past Wednesday, we had a show. We won't have another one for 2 weeks, but JD is painting a really cool like Egyptian head, and it looks really neat. He'll be finishing because it had so much detail. He's gonna finish it up not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. So join in the shows, join in the chats, check out what we're doing this year. We should be picking up some speed, getting some things done. We're working on organization and new setup and things. So
I'm just seeing this on the card. You do custom soft goods. What are those?
I have done, and I'm going to start doing like a pre-order situation where I make like capes and cloaks and things like that for different figures. Once I get into the swing of it and I get things set up the way I want to, I will start doing like custom soft goods. But first, I want to get into the swing of some things that I know how to do. So,
Neat. Thank you.
That'll be very popular. We'll go to Lady Love next.
Nerds Have Spoken. They upload every Thursday morning. Yeah, check them out. They're pretty cool. And then I think Jason's slowly getting back to doing the Saturday night meetups. Other than that, if you really want to find him, you could probably find him on Xbox most nights. Because his brother was always like a PlayStation only, never Xbox, and then our nephew got an Xbox for Christmas, and his brother started playing, and it was like, oh, this is really cool. So they've been playing a lot of Call of Duty together.
Yeah,
Vinny and EE.
Sis joins in once in a while too, because Vinny got her Call of Duty for her birthday, so she's been
cool.
jumping in.
And what's really funny though is when Jason plays with his nephew, I look at him like, you realize you're gonna have to like be good.
Tone it down.
But it's actually really cute, like watching him play with his nephew, because like he'll get behind, like he'll have his character get behind like his nephew, and he'll like do all like the shooting, and kind of let his nephew then get like the last like that final kill. So it looks like his nephew's got like more kills because he'll get like the final one. And there was one time it came on like the score, and he was like, I'm first place. I came in first. How did that happen? And I'm just looking at Jason. I'm like, you let him win. He's like, shh.
I am going to say, though, like, you should watch some of these 10-year-olds and their mouths, because I've had some friends my age get cussed out by 10-year-old kids playing Call of Duty.
Oh, no, see, I think my nephew is too scared right now to cuss like that, because his dad, you know, Jason's brother, would whoop his ass.
Yeah.
Like he was not afraid to whoop his kid's ass.
Give it time. Sis has been down here and she's gone, what the fuck? And JD's been like, what?
Where you from?
Yeah, I know. And
well, I mean, she's also 16, so it makes a little more sense that she's cussing. It's more acceptable for a 16-year-old to be cussing over an 8-year-old cussing.
I think it's more the volume than the words.
Yes. I hear that at night. Coming home. Like RJ always has his window cracked upstairs, and he'll be playing with his friends with Destiny, and all I'll hear is, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, and it's like outside. I can hear it outside, and I'm going, we can hear you. The neighbors are going to start thinking that you're like doing something nefarious in there or something.
Yeah, just playing video games.
Yeah.
I mean, there are worse noises that could be probably heard from the street.
That's
I'm sure.
true.
I would think so, especially with a bunch of old people around here. You know?
Let's go to AMS.
Woo! So yeah, Naked Designs. That's my last name. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the hell. The main shop is on Redbubble, and there's a link for it. I usually try to do a new design each week, so just keep an eye out for that. And I also do knit and crochet, so just hit me up, let me know. I'm initially just a freelance illustrator / graphic designer, so whatever you need, logos, prints, designs, anything of the like, please let me know. I'll get back to you. We can work something out. Thank you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then, as always, you can follow us on all the social medias. And if you don't want to watch our live shows, you could, of course, listen to us on the go. We're pretty much on everything. Thanks to Miss Anna. She puts us on all of it, usually by Saturdays, right? I think they're
Usually, yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah. Outside of that, does anyone else have anything to finish up?
Yes. Don't forget to listen to the Nerd Life Syndicate. That's the newest show on the Realm of Collectors channel. It's Sam and Maya and Russ and Rob doing it's like the newest version from MPSP Theater has gone on a long hiatus, so they decided to start up another show, and it is freaking hilarious. So check them out on Friday nights at 9:00 ish.
Right on.
I only had one more thing. Shout out to Dust for writing our intro outro music.
Hell yeah.
Check out his album, Nothing Lasts Forever.
Oh, that is the best. That is the best chill out and fucking relax album. I turn it on at work when I get super stressed, and it's just, I'm like, hell yeah, this is awesome. This is the way to relax. Hell yeah.
He's got more stuff up and coming, so we'll have to get him to toss some things our way so we can throw up some images and talk a little more about it. So
yeah,
if you're one of those members on there, get us the tags, or if there's anything else you want us to promote, send them my way and I'll get them loaded on. As long as all us girls agree to put it up there, then we're good to go.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Outside of that, you all have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
Bye.